This talk is about the new Clophill Church in the High Street. When I say new, I mean to differentiate it from the old Clophill Church up on the hill. By the 1840s, the old church was unable to house the increased size of the congregation, despite several attempts to accommodate more people by installing galleries and extra seating in the chancel. The population had increased from 706 in 1801 to 1,066 in 1841. John Mendham was the assistant curate who succeeded as rector on the death of William Pierce Nethersole in 1844. His solution to the problem was to build a new church. The plan shows a nave, a south aisle, a tower, and a small chancel. It was built in the Gothic style, and described by Nicolaus Pevsner as an archaeologically convincing job, i.e. a church which the casual visitor might regard as genuine. There are crenellations on top of all the walls. The first stone was laid on the 19th of June, 1848, and the finished church was consecrated on the 10th of July, 1849. In 1964, dry rot was discovered, and an extensive scheme of works, over the next 5 years, included re-roofing, was carried out. Services were held in the parish room, but it unfortunately burnt down and the school was used instead. For some reason, the nave clerestory was removed, along with the crenellated parapet of the south aisle, completely changing the appearance of the church frontage. Presumably, this was done for cost reasons, but it has left the building looking sadly utilitarian. The clock bears the date 1849, but was installed in 1853 at a cost of £50, raised by public subscription. The 3 bells were originally in the old church. They are fixed, rather than swung, which means that they can be rung by only one ringer. The frames hold the cords which are pulled in the required sequence. The organ was built by J. and A. Trustram, of Bedford, in 1892. It was originally sited in the south aisle, where it remained until 1968, when it was moved to the west end of the church. In 1996 it was moved to the north wall, then in 2003, it was completely rebuilt by Vincent Woodstock on the restored gallery floor. The font is believed to have come from the old church, and has also been peripatetic, coming to its current position in 2003. The pulpit was built by John Stevens, at a cost of £20. An early ground plan shows it to have been at the north side of the chancel arch. It was subsequently moved across to the south side, then, in 1957, to part way up the church. It was returned to its former position in 1996, for acoustic reasons. The brass lectern was given to the church in 1886, in loving memory of our most self-denying parents, by the offspring of F and C. Horn. On the reading desk plate, there is a circular inscription with the letters IHS in a decorative script. This is a very common Christogram, derived from the first 3 letters of Jesus in Greek, and widely used in Victorian church fittings. The heads supporting the beams are interesting, because they are made of pulimite, a form of molded concrete, invented in the early 19th century, by James Pulham of Hoddesdon, and much used by Thomas Smith in his churches. The Clophill doll is dressed in the style of the Sunday school girls of the 1840s. It was given to the church by a Miss Kingsley, early in the 20th century.